There are secrets to hormone health, and I'm talking both natural production of hormones and hormone replacement therapy. You're not going to hear this from most places. Your doctor's not going to tell you because they don't know. And the reason I know that is because I work with a lot of hormone specialists. They just don't know. Not they're bad, they just don't know, or they're unaware of it. Hi, my name is Phil. I'm with Silver Fern Brand. All right, so here's a basic fact. Hormones, whether naturally produced or hormone replacement therapy, is only going to work as well as cellular health will support. Okay, so let's do a quick analogy. So hormones are like text messages going to a cell phone. Cell phone is representative of cellular health, right? So imagine that you've got good text messages or messages, hormone messages going through, but your cell phone has low energy, it's outdated, it's not working well, whatever. You're not going to get the most from those messages, right? Right. So whether you're producing your own hormones or you're on hormone replacement therapy, if your cellular health is not optimal, you're not getting the most from it. And therefore, a lot of people, when they spend a lot of time trying to improve their hormones, and they continue to be in this vicious cycle of being like, it didn't work, it's not working as well as I'd hoped. So this is one of the reasons for that. I will explain another reason at the very back end of this video, so hang on. All right, so here's the problem. As we get older, our cellular health starts to decline. That's also a fact. You didn't do anything wrong, cellular health starts to decline. And as your cellular health starts to decline, you get less and less and less from your own production of hormones or from hormone replacement therapy. So then the question becomes, what do you do to effectively help with cellular function? So what do? This is the answer. You increase NAD+. You got to do all of these, by the way. You need to increase NAD+. You need to support mitochondrial function. You need to increase ATP production. You need to increase glutathione production. You need to reduce oxidative stress, and you need to balance cortisol. Many, if you're like me and you're always stressed out, you probably need to reduce cortisol. So you need to do those things to support cellular function. The problem with standard supplements is that they're like one-hit wonders. They're like, this one's for NAD+, this is for mitochondrial and or ATP, this one is for glutathione, this one helps with stress, this one helps with oxidative stress, whatever. So that's great. And by the way, those have great reviews. I'm not saying they don't. And here's a cool thing, just NAD+ alone, like if you have low NAD+ or mitochondrial dysfunction and you significantly improve that, most people feel great. Now imagine if you did it the right way and you helped all of it at the same time. You should technically feel even better, right? Right. But no matter what, doing those things will help support healthy aging. I think that's what I'm allowed to call it as a supplement company. Should support healthy aging and absolutely should help support the outcomes you're getting from either your natural production of hormones or hormone replacement therapy. Meaning, if you have good cellular health, this is key to how you feel, it's key to your metabolism, it's key to obviously energy, it's key to a lot of things, right? Right. So at Silver Fern Brand, we created Build. Obviously, I'm going to mention a product because at Silver Fern Brand, one, our audience, our customers are 40 plus, 40 into their 60s. They're always asking for digestive health, which I would say we're really good at, but they're also asking for help with hormones. They're asking with help with weight issues, all of that, okay? So Build is one of the key products that we would suggest is very effective for people that are trying to improve the outcomes from either their own production of hormones or from hormone replacement therapy. And that is because it has 2 clinically studied ingredients, and one of those clinically studied ingredients is called Reagev. Reagev is extremely effective, clinically studied, and we're using it at the clinical dose. I would say we're actually using it at the higher clinical dose because we want to wow you. As a company, that's what I want to do. I want to wow you. So Reagev is going to significantly increase NAD+, your production of NAD+, by the way. I'm not going to take away from other NAD supplements. That being said, if the NAD is not being utilized well, and if you don't have mitochondrial function, like healthy mitochondrial function, you're not going to get the most from NAD, just from NAD supplements, okay? So how it works is you need NAD+ to deliver the electrons to mitochondria and then mitochondria to produce ATP. That's kind of how it goes. NAD supplements are, even if it's liposomal and it's being absorbed and all that type of stuff and all that stuff works really well, let's say it does, you still need healthy mitochondrial function in order to make it all work. Just FYI. So the Reajev does all that. So it increases NAD+, significantly increases ATP production, glutathione production, supports mitochondrial function, which is a big deal. By the way, low NAD+ and mitochondrial function, those things are also are primary, not the main ones, but are associated with weight issues and mood issues and low energy issues, right? So these are kind of, I would say, fundamental components to helping you feel better. So the Reajev ingredient is amazing for helping restore cellular health and cellular function. The second ingredient in Build is called Strengthera. Now, Strengthera, just based on the name, go with the name, is going to help with strength, endurance, energy, and lean muscle. And you do notice it. So it is something that I would argue is amazing to pair with like creatine, or even without creatine. You should see significant improvements on your strength, your reps, if you're going to the gym. By the way, it just helps with everything. So let's say you're not going to the gym. You're just not a gym goer. You should still feel quite a bit better on the Build product, okay? So that's Build. The second tip I'm going to give you, if you wanted an additional tip, by the way, we do a lot of videos like this. If you're ever interested to watch videos. The second tip I'm going to give is the liver, okay? So I'm not going to get into a full video on the liver, but if you have an unhealthy liver, in any shape or form, your AST, ALT enzymes are elevated, you've got cholesterol, triglyceride issues, you've got insulin resistance, you've got fatty liver, you're not converting T4 to T3, there's like a whole bunch of signs that your liver's not healthy. If your liver's not healthy, that obviously is going to affect your hormones. Your liver is responsible for activating, processing, and clearing hormones. So estrogen dominance issues, there's your sign that you have a liver issue. So a lot of times, if people come into us and they're like, I'm just burned out and tired and I'm not feeling well. I mean, Build, amazing product, standalone, you'll notice it, you'll love it, give it 8 weeks, you're welcome. But if people really want to go full out, we have them do the burnout kit. It has Build, has liver complex, 4 clinically studied ingredients at the clinical doses. And then it has stress complex, which is one of our most popular products, helps with the nervous system, cortisol issues, everything, mood, really good for mood. So that's what we use when people, when they say they have adrenal fatigue, right? They're just dragging. And by the way, that's not technically adrenal fatigue. It's HPA axis dysfunction, not to nerd out, but that's the truth. All right, so those are my answers for hormone health. Obviously, you can send us a message and ask for more help. But if you're just wanting to test something and you want to fill something and you literally want to address cellular health, to support healthy aging, energy, to do better at the gym, to do better. By the way, these ingredients are also going to help support insulin sensitivity and all of that. Okay, so that's Build. I hope you love it. Bye.